Get
Oh
right
my
into it. Okay.
god, the bomb is not even. Oh,
Nice
Ice
boom,
Boom.
coach. He's really finding this groove under pressure here. And it's just going to be Nan remaining, and Ionix finds a kill for a 3K. Man, Ionix, he seemed kind of off before overtime, but it seems like that does mean that McCoy University still has a chance to take this 3-on-5, breaking over the door. Nan, but that serious goes down to Chicey at this point. And with the knives out here, Ionix finally he gets a super crucial kill here. At least
Have to hold on here. The off comes through. Ice Blue make with another one in the bank. He gets 3 kills, and now it's only TG left. Another round for NEU 4K.
So hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the University Alliance Cup Season number 2. This is the Promotions final one of the nights, and we do have 2 teams still looking to face off. We got Spades on the first side, Romanson Gaming on the second, and I'm looking at it or overlaid right now, Nausicaa, and I think they added a squiggle below that C. Was that there before? I want to check the VOD just in case, but I think it was, and we were corrected in the middle of that break that it is a C with a small little squiggle there, a little omelet or whatever it's called, that makes the pronunciation a little bit different. Besides that, it's still the CSB roster that you know and love, and they're going to be facing off against a mighty Spades on the other side.
Yes, it's going to be an exciting best of 3 here to find out who will secure that final slot for Division A as we approach Season 3. And of course, before that, the playoffs, which will be happening starting next weekend as well. But right now, we're just going to be looking at this best of 3 between these 2 teams as we enter Agent Select. Right off the bat, we are here on Ascent, as we had mentioned before we went into that break. Let's find out what lineup is going to be coming up here. I mentioned the Spades, we're switching their players, but it looks like we're going to be starting with Kumeleo. He was there in the first game yesterday before he gave up his spot for the other members of the 7-man roster. And Ghost is going to be here as well, so we won't be having Santi and Nan for this game.
Man, it's going to be interesting with Camilio back and with Ghost also there. It seems like it will be the starting 5 for the Spades as they are at the brink of elimination. Same thing can be said, though, here for the side of Romance Game. You got Sinks, you got Lost Boy Agi, as well as Quinn. Pretty much the standard that we have been seeing so far in this run. So Romance Gaming going to be on the attacking side, Spades on the defensive side. And even though this is MU's pick, it's a comfort pick for both teams. Whoever can take map number 1, though, might be able to just keep that momentum, go into map number 2 with that advantage. But we'll find out in just a bit as look at these comps. You got Brimstone on one side, you got Omen on the other. Feels like it's another day at the office between the Spades and Romanson.
Yes, pretty much standard team compositions here across the board. Sirius is going to be on that Jet once again. And we're looking at Ghost, who has actually been switching across a couple of different picks throughout both the group stage and even the playoffs. He switched between Reyna, Raze, Jet. Yeah, yesterday he played Sage. So this guy's just a very flexible player. And the same can be said for a lot of the other players here on this roster.
And here we have it. Flexibility. Will it actually pan out in the end? Or can you keep stable? Can you keep on alive? And can you make it to season number 3? Time to find out, as this is going to be game number 1 in this best of 3 between MGS Spades and Romanson Gaming. It's Mapua University versus De La Salle College of St. Benilde. And here we go into Ascent. Quick little reminder, guys, before we get into this one. We are very thankful yet again to our incredible new partner, which is Logitech G. If you're looking to supercharge your gaming setup so you can hashtag keep playing, check out Logitech's amazing gaming gear at logitech.acadArena.com or type !Logitech G in the chat. But we're good to go. We're ready for the fights. It does seem like we are going to be getting that double duelist for both sides. Big difference, though, has to be between the Cypher and the Killjoy, the Brimstone on the Omen. We got the Spades right now looking to play a bit of the lineup, play that extra intel. On the other side, for CSB, the Killjoy trap's going to be such a detriment to any kind of push later on.
All right, let's see how they start off this first round. Couple of shots being fired there. It's an immediate trade as both Jets from each team are going to be out. Sirius actually didn't go down. He was just going to put down a smoke there. And now it's a 4v4. But they don't seem like they're going to commit to this push here on A site. We saw the Reyna just pick up a nice little frenzy skin there on the glitch pop.
Doesn't just take it. It's like, hey, Free frenzy, might as well, right? Get the gun and go for it. You want to have your Reyna to be topped up as well as having some of the best equipment, especially during a pistol round. The only agent here that can actually get some armor on. And overall, if you look at these compositions, right, CSB does have a significant advantage coming into this one. Not only do they have a Reyna on the roster, but they also have the Killjoy and a Devar plus a turret. They're just so overwhelming when everyone just has pretty much the same kind of gun.
Very true, and it's going to be interesting to see how they use this duo of agents. But right now, we're seeing them pushing onto A site here. The door is being closed, and they've created some space for themselves to go for the plant. And still, it's a 4v4, so Mapua can still go for the retake here. We see two members rotating from spawn and two others coming in from Cubby, but the door is closed. Let's see what approach they're going for. It seems like our Brimstone is going for a very, very long flank all the way to their side.
Oh, what a journey. Through A main and more sinks in the meantime, putting that turret a little bit of a bouncer there just to greet the doorway, but Sirius looking already on point and in control. As I say that though, it's lost for Genny to take down onto him. Agi in the meantime also with another kill, and it's just going to be 3v2 now, but that maul is going to be huge here, and this does force CSB to come on out. Agi with kill onto Camilo now after Zirner gets one, but the Silva trying to go for the defuse. It's a little too early into the firefight. Already we see the corpses of everyone is Romance and Gaming will take round number 1.
All right, great round. Of course, the first round, always a huge one, as it usually means they will secure an immediate 2 rounds, unless the Spades go for some kind of a forced buy or if a mistake is made here on the side of Romance and Gaming. But so far, good start. Got a bit scared there for the Spades because Kumalea took a very, very long trip all the way through Catwalk and onto A main. So they're going to be giving up that first one. Let's see what they do here. Seems like it's going to be a full save. Going to be the shorty for the Jet here. Maybe hold an angle on A. Quinn doesn't spot him. Flash comes through though. Tries to fire a couple of shots. Quinn. Wow, Sirius actually going to get a kill with that there. Just hanging in the corner. They weren't able to clear that one out even with the flash. Now Sirius going to back off there. Happy with that Spectre.
Oh, that's a huge kill by Sirius. You can really see he's on point already. Got a kill with the shorty, dashed on the way, picking up a gun alongside that path. And now CSB has the back on the way. Romance and Gaming already down a member here. We do have Camellia though trying to go for a bit of a push, but Lost Boy on the other side. Thing is though, it just has to be Sirius in sight lines, in position to help out the team because he's the one with a gun. What else though can the Spades really do by this point? All they have to do right now is hold things out, stay in their lanes, and later on use that man advantage for the retake. But CSB, they're looking to push into A again.
Yeah, they still have the paranoia here from Omen. So there's definitely still a chance for them to go for the plant here. But it seems like the defense knows something's going to happen on A. Lost Boy was spotted as well by that cam. So now they're just going to go straight in for the push. Dart is shot. They detect one member. Doors attempted to be close, but Kubileo gets one before that even had a chance to happen. Now it's 2v2, 2v1. Quickly, they make quick work of that, and suddenly, you know, Romance and Gaming able to secure that round.
They were at a perilous state there, and it just felt like that they had to be careful in their push. But the thing is, when you have confidence like this, as Romance and Gaming has proven, then that will be enough. Camilo did pick up a Spectre along the way in his smoke shenanigans, but Sinks, he saw the lineup there, got to, doing the same old thing, and 2 for 2 basically, and that's just going to be 2 rounds now, the gap between these two teams. So good start here for Romance and Gaming. Spades though, no Slash, getting a few pickoffs a while ago, and you can see right now there's going to be a struggle on the gun department here for CSB, as Spades are ready with the buys.
Ashi coming in with this Vandal, and he's peeking over at the Cubby there, but no one is going to show themselves in that corner. The Reyna was there. It looks like they won't be peeking that. And so it's going to be a bit of a slow push. You know, here with the bomb close to A, was taking a peek at mid, but decides not to commit. Now we're going to see a bit of a rotation through spawn and onto B, where the rest of the members here of CSB are waiting.
Yeah, Romance and Gaming just looking for opportunities. If anyone pushes, they might be able to get a punish and give the gun to their Sova. But the Spades playing very smart right now, staying on their side of the map. And they've realized that maybe one of these guys isn't going to have a gun. And that legend has to be Lost Boy. Here comes Window, just jumping on the round. Traps the Tailwind, goes for the up trap as well, and right beside TG there, but it seems like the Cypher is going to get on the board. Chameleon in the meantime, spotting out Yuno, going for the teleport. It's already going to be 3 down here for the side of Romanson Gaming. Lear going to be into play, but Lost Boy actually getting attacked there onto the Cypher. The spike though has been dropped by the Speedway. Chameleon now with the Stim Beacon on. What can he do? He's watching things out. Beautiful shot right there already from Ziraner. It does feel like Romanson Gaming, they're stuck inside now.
Oh man, it's gonna be a rough one. 2 of them left, and the smoke is still up here. Ghost also checking if he can push the flank here. Only a couple of seconds left. I doubt he can make this work. Sinks gets one. Of course, that round is going to be going to the Spades. Now the score is going to be 1-2 on the board. And that should signal the Rifles to come through here for Romanson Gaming.
Yeah, Romanson Gaming gonna get their buys this time, and this is gonna be a round to watch out for. TG, though, he is in a spot of trouble because he needs a gun, and this does force one of his teammates to go onto light armor instead. So coming into this one, it's now CSB with a bit of that arsenal advantage. And again, another round that can define the game as we run on through. Agi, though, going for the Spectre. We got full armor now into play. And here we go again. The Blaze Storm, though, versus Hunter Fury might be the defining factor coming into this one, as Zeraner throws down the dart, tries to check out what's happening here on A main. On the other side of the coin, though, on the other side of the map even, it's the Sova scouting around onto B site. The Cypher as well as the Brimstone are waiting, and the Spades are ready for the action.
Bit of chip damage there on Agi, who's holding that Spectre. Now they're just trying to push back Kumaleo here, who's waiting in market. No commitments yet, though. There's a lot of utility used here by Kumaleo along B main, so that could give them a signal to just wait out, you know, have them waste that utility and then commit to the push later on. We're seeing, though, a rotation coming through, moving slowly toward A site. Let's see if they can make this work.
Yeah, they're just trying to go for the push onto A instead. Got the intel that the Cypher was there. They don't want to be dealing with any of those traps. And the thing is, with the lockdown now into play after securing those orbs, it's CSB with the options instead. So Sinks going to be looking to sink on in onto A side. Can they actually get the push on? Zeraner in the meantime, he still wants to go for a bit of that last stand. And he's not going to get detained at the very end of that. This does allow CSB, though, to go for the push. And here comes Lost Boy clearing out the hell angle. Now, interesting enough, though, they are going to be planting for A main. They're going to be getting a bit of a view there from the archway. Spike planted, they're ready to go, ready to pounce down on the low ground. But the Spades, they're staying on the high ground instead. Raptor's gonna be their staging ground for this retake.
Oh man, this is tense right now. We see Kumaleo actually get caught there on the flank, and now we're gonna be seeing a very long flank coming in from the Reyna. Serious though, able to secure one. It's a 2v3 right now. And oh, down to the last one. It's only Ghost left. Can he do this? No, that's gonna be Yuno taking him out. And it's going to be a win for the attackers once again. Nice little lead here going for Romanson Gaming.
And they're Romanson Gaming. They did what they needed to do coming into that round. They made sure that their flank was protected, got out Camellia there, preventing that A-main angle from biting them in the butts. And surprise, surprise to absolutely no one for the Romanson Gaming side. They had the angles against everyone else on top of Rafters as well as the doorway. So good set of kills there. Spades still putting up a good fight, especially Ghost there really trying to figure things out. Unfortunately, they are down by 2. They're back to the pistols. And this is where CSB can look scary as they build on an even bigger lead.
That's definitely looking like the case here. Building that lead right now, our Division B team looking to secure a slot here in Division A for Season 3. And I mean, just putting some context as well into where these two teams came from. You have the Spades, who came from a crazy best-of-3 series yesterday, going overtime, having me casting all the way till way past dinner time. Meanwhile, you've got Romanson Gaming, who also came from an intense set of matches up against UPD, where they had 2 overtime matches as well. So these two teams really doing their best, you know, trying to prove that they can qualify for Division A moving into the next season. Right now, we see a mid push coming in here. Kumaleo spotted out by the dart. Can they get the frag here? Yes, they do. That's Agi with 1. And now they're going to commit onto B side.
Yes, here's though on the other side of the dark cover, and now he has the blades. Can he actually get a slice up the action here? Tries to go for Lost Boy, but apparently you cannot carve up that Sova, and CG will fall to the hand of Lost Boy as well. Spike now planted. Quinn though looking pretty consistent there with the shots. Ghost does go down, but Zeraner does catch out 1 at the very least at the end of the round. CSB though taking it pretty handily, 4-1 the scoreline, and they're keeping up with the momentum, keeping up with the economy, and this is where it can get even better for Romanson Gaming.
Now looking at the economy, we're seeing rifles come through after that save round for Mapuen. So this is going to be a pretty huge round now. You don't want that momentum to keep up on the side of Romanson Gaming here from CSB. You've got a couple of ults on both sides. You have that Cypher as well as the Hunter's Fury there from Sova. So let's see if they can use this to build themselves their own momentum. Kind of stop CSB here. Bit of a dart there on A site, but no commitments just yet. We see CSB playing a bit back here towards A.
Yeah, CSB playing it slow and steady, and as soon as they realize that the Spades want to go for the aggression, want to go for those fights, they are going to be stationing themselves in accordance to their wishes. Now the Hunter's Fury going to be into play, and I love how the Romance Gaming just used that one to flush out Sears already. The Spades have been relying on the Jet to be pretty much a hard carry in some of these fights, but putting him already at a low HP state is a good start for the attacking side. Mid control in favor of CSB. They are going to be going for the push. Spades, so in the meantime, falling on back to the sites. But the thing is, they are prepared there with the Cypher if ever. They get confirmation that the mid push is happening, and Lost Boy is leading the charge. Now, can we get the Cypher though going for the kills? That'll be the question. TG is prepared by the staircase, and Camilio has gone down, but TG on the board. Agi in the meantime with the refrag, and now it's up to Sirius if he can actually catch out anyone here on the other side. Nano Swarm though will say no, and Romanson Gaming in position, prepared and ready to pounce as soon as the spike is planted.
Man, it's a 3v4 here in Sirius. Pretty low on HP. This could be a very scary retake for them, but Zeroneer spots one along B main. He's got the Hunter's Fury as well. Oh, but man, they're already lost their Jet, so it's a 2v4 at this point. Gonna be rough. Don't know if they go for the save, if they commit to try and clutch things out here. Ooh, Ghost spotted out as well. Bison, Zeroneer gonna try and do what he can. Gets two, actually. And now it's a 1v2. Can he actually clutch this one out? Two members here on backside. Not much time. He's peeking here, waiting for a mistake. Oh, but he's taken out there by the Omen, and there goes an even bigger lead now for CSB.
Yeah, great kill there by the side of Romanson Gaming. If they didn't get that kill, they'd still win the round, sure, most likely, if Zeroneer doesn't go for the push, but they would lose two guns along the way. So that's a bit of security there, and making sure that he is going to be staying alive. Only one death so far for the Oben, and a very, very scattered effort right now from Ansem Gaming. Everyone getting on the board. In the meantime, for the Spades, he got Zeroneer here taking top frag. Yesterday, we saw him just throw caution to the wind to some success, but this time he's getting the kills, and we'll see if he can make a big difference coming into this one, as here we have it. It's Romanson Gaming still on the attack, still in the lead, and trying to keep this up even more so. Nausicaa just goes to show how strong that momentum can be when you have that gun advantage and when you can build up an economy.
Very true. And I mean, CSB's momentum technically has been building since yesterday when they had that best of 3 against UPD. Quinn spotting out the Sova here. Zeroneer just backing off behind the generator. Now we see Sova putting in a drone to just try and collect some information. Tagged. We have got 4 ultimate that Papua can work with here. So the Spades, this is the round ideally that you should secure to stop the momentum that CSB has been building up so far. Sirius lands the headshot there. Crucial for the team, and now it's a 4v4. The ult from the Brimstone goes down. Doesn't get anyone though. Just hoping to slow down that push maybe from CSB.
Happy of the zone, indeed. And here we go, Ghost and Chameleon, come on back! And apparently that doorway is just wide open for the Spades to try and make that push work even more so. Romanson Gaming down to the 2 duelists. Agi gonna reposition just in case because he knows there's a judge on the other side. But Quinn forced to remove that dart along the way, trying to spray it down and go for takedowns. And apparently it's a dynamic duo bringing the punch. Quinn already with 3 so far. TG on the high ground. 1v1. Can we get the Cypher though to get that takedown? There we go with Dark King connection. But he can't get the wall bangs here, Nausicaa. And as soon as this happens, the camera is just watching the Reyna. He sees him all the time, but will it be enough? Yes, it is! TG with the tap. Intel wins wars, and TG, G after G, game after game, round after round, he just hits those shots.
Oh my god, for 80% of that fight, TG was just on spectate mode, watching Agi there on that site before finalizing the kill there. We can see him. I mean, you have to commend Agi as well as the Jet there for going for that 2v4. It was pretty close, but man, Agi just doesn't see this camera, and by the time he spots it out, it's just too late as he secures that kill. And finally, the Spades able to secure a round for themselves.
And that, my friends, is really a lesson why you shoot Cypher camps. Agi, unfortunately, didn't go for the shot as soon as Quinn got tagged with it. He was busy watching out for himself, especially after putting that spike down. That ended up costing them the round because you just see where this guy's going for. This is why the wall hacks are just something to be frowned on. But when you have that kind of intel, then it will be deadly. But speaking of deadly, here we go. Agi and Quinn getting a little bit of revenge immediately there, just busting down the opposition on a site. Meantime, Spades now getting the buys on, but with CSB playing like this immediately, then they're gonna be like, maybe eco rounds are better for us because these guys have overrun our defenses already, and Sirius now has to duel one. Zero no to help him out, and it's 3v4 as we set up again for Romanson Gaming.
Oh man, Agi and Quinn were pretty angry about that previous one, and so we see them now just kind of rampaging through this round, getting a couple of kills here and there, 2v4 now. And lots of damage being received here by Sirius. He's only 17 HP. Spot out Lost Point. Lost Point is going to take him out. There goes the trade, but the last one standing is going to be CSB with a 4-round lead to start this half.
And that's just so good here for Romanson Gaming. When they win out these fights in full eco states, then they can just keep building that economy again, even though they lost it out in a thrifty fashion a while ago when you just saw TG getting that clutch shot. It still doesn't matter because the bank is in favor of CSB right now. They're ready to go again with the guns that they have, and this macro economy is hurting the Spades every single time because they have one guy here for Mapua who actually has money to go for the buys, but the rest of the team just doesn't have that same kind of savings. Just goes to show why you need to keep that money in check. And the Spades right now trying to check out anyone coming onto B site as they're ready with the bow and arrow drawn. They're ready with the peek from Sirius if ever, and they have to deal with the lockdown now in front of them.
Lockdown has been placed here by the attacking team. Hunter's Fury finally used here by Zero as he saved that up for a couple of rounds already, but unfortunately, he doesn't get any kills with that one. Now we have the Empress and Bladestorm ready for CSB as Sinks gets a kill there on the Kumeleo. This is looking good so far. It's a 4v5 in favor of the attacking team. Quinn is peeking here on Heaven. Ghost finds one. It's Sinks not looking there, clearing that corner. And now that's going to be Ghost with a bit of a cheap kill there. Quinn finding his own. It's a 2v4. Seems like this might just be secured here by CSB.
Yeah, Sheriff finally sunk in there for Ghost, but besides that, it's going to be a round taken by CSB. 7-2 the scoreline, and the rich get richer, and the Spades having to struggle yet again. Is it a little bit of the jitters, though, after seeing quite a matchup, quite a game yesterday? Are they not feeling too confident on the map that they have chosen? We'll find out as we get into it a little bit more, but overall, it just has been CSB taking advantage of the guns and the rounds that they have won. Look at when the Spades have really won this half, right? The third round is them having that gun advantage, but losing the fourth, losing the fifth, losing the sixth, it just couldn't be them using the rifles to any kind of success. So now they are going to be trying to change it up. A little bit of aggression there from Ghost, but he thinks twice as soon as Agi shoots down that darts. And here you go, Hunter's Fury instead for the side of CSB, trying to find a target or two. A while ago, Zeroner using the lightning to break the lockdown. This time, we see the Sova of Romanson Gaming trying to do the same, but against the opponents instead, as Zeroner has to be careful. Nanoswarm gonna get thrown right on top of him. Right here. And here comes CSB looking to play onto B site.
Yeah, we see them moving onto B main now. The entire team is here. It's probably going to start off with Agi's Empress, just waiting for the go signal there. We see him prepping that flash. It's just a matter of time. We see two members, Kumeleo and TG, still waiting on A side. They don't know that this is back here. Agi gets taken out, though, by Ghost, and the smoke come through. Ghost able to take out one. It's a 5v4 in favor of the defenders this time. Zirinir gets his own frag there, and now 3 people left on the attackers. They're going for the plant.
And the Spades didn't get zoned out this time. Great change of pace for them in terms of positions. And they play danger close to get those kills and give them the advantage. Now this pit might be the demise here of Romanson Gaming unless they can hold the line, because the Spades are coming in into a full suit and they want to go with the best hand that they can bring to the table. Empress now has been popped by Ghost. Chameleon though with the first kill on the board. There we go with a quick little spot onto Lost Boy as well. He has been found, and the only one left will be the Omen there on the other side. Can you know what needs to be done? He's spraying it down, but it's still gonna be Sirius keeping this flow on, keeping the shots to connect, and a flawless win for the Spades. They needed this one to bring back not only their economy, but also their confidence.
Yes, a really important round there, like you said, Dax, for the Spades, able to stop that momentum and getting those frags there early on, really shutting down that B rush there from CSB. But of course, still quite early here. We've 7-3 on the score. Let's see what else CSB has up their sleeves in terms of strategies here on attack. But so far,
Yeah.
at least Spades are showing signs of life in this game.
I'm here for the side of Spades. It does feel like that the Sova and the Jet are the ones taking the helm. In the meantime, for CSB, you mentioned it a while ago, right? Just the consistency of a player such as Quinn, and he's doing it again, but he's the one leading the charge, leading the kills, and looking to be the star of the show for Romanson Gaming. Now then, what can the Jet even do into the Cubby? Camille's on the other side, by the garden area already, waiting to go for the crossfire if ever, and TG is prepared as well with the tripwire. But the thing is, this Jet is best equipped for this fight if ever. Catch out Camilio, dash on past the tripwire, and kill the Cypher. It's a big task for Quinn, but we'll see if he can do it anyway as the rest of the team sticking around the middle, trying to get a bit of intel, trying to figure out who's where, and trying to see what kind of opening they can make besides what the Jet is planning so far.
Yeah, we see them spot out Zirani here. Lost Boy tapped a bit there, down to 56 HP. He's going to try and help out his Jet here to collect some information. But while that was happening, Sirius falls to sinks. And now it is going to be a 5v4. The lockdown is placed here on B. And slowly the members will be moving in. Can Ghost shut this down once again like he did earlier? He gets two, and he's going to go for the dismiss. He looks for another, but the detain comes through. It's not enough, and now it's going to be a 3v3 here onto B side. There goes the plant as the members of Spades will try and stop this one.
Ah, temptation to go for a few more kills. And even though Ghost was so confident there, he just went back into corporal mode a little too early, and he just got detained along the way. I like the idea, and I love the chance, but now it has to be the Space still trying to make this one work. 1v1 though, and can we get the Reina to actually clutch it out? Not gonna happen. Camilio, a standard here for the Spades to win out the round, and at the very least, Mapuo will still take it at the end of this one. It was such a good effort though. The Reina still got the kills anyway to give the Spades a fighting chance, and Camilio did not waste it, allowed the Spades to get that win and try to even up the scoreline a little bit closer before we get into the next half of the game.
Yeah, at that point, Ghost was probably like, oh, look, I'm going to get detained for sure, so I'm going to get as many kills as possible.
He got tempted, honestly. He saw two, right? And he got two. And then he was like, oh, there's another one. But I'm already in dismiss mode. What if I kill him and then go back to dismiss? And the thing is about the dismiss is you can avoid the lockdown since you will be unaffected in that ghost mode, but not too much Ghost. Ghost a little too eager, right, to get those kills. But here we go again. Eagerness is the way to go here for Mass Gaming. And Quinn already tip of the spear indeed, sharp as a knife, and he throws it down to get one. 5v4, 0 there onto the high ground. We do get a doorway hold also. A bit of the scan there might help out for the side of CSB. Camille though peeks from the doorway and gets rid of the Sova. Another one maybe. No, Quinn is gonna get that takedown. Here comes Sears with Dome Blades, and with that updraft, but he cannot get the angle. It's 4v2 to stack onto the rafters here. But the Spades, they have the operator, so Sirius is watching out for 8 main. As Zerna gets one, here comes Singsto with a refrag. Now the op gets connection. 2v1 down below with the defenders. And what else can Sirius do here?
Oh man, he's got no smokes left here. He's got the Blade Storm and the op. He's really gonna go and try and clutch this one out. Peeks into hell, but there's not much time. He's gonna go all in for it, but unfortunately, does not work. Agi has his number there, and he's gonna take him out. Man, it was really Quinn there, just stepping on the gas and giving them an opening for the attack. And now we'll be switching on to the next half here. 4-round lead for CSB. Definitely has to feel good to start things off.
Yeah, if you've ever heard of the Drift King, you can say that Quinn is the Blade King there, just dashing on in, smashing on down, delivering tofu along the way, and getting this team a 4-round gap. Great effort though from Sirius, but the thing is with the operator just like that, sure, he can actually get a kill onto the first person in front of him, but he'll need to do a lot of effort to get the second one if we did see Romanson Gaming go for that peak afterwards. So overall, a difficult endeavor, quite a situation indeed for the Spades, but we'll see if they can turn it around on the attacking side. Now CSB though, again, with the comp that they have, I don't really mention this too much, but this is actually a good point of contention now for core-based compositions. When you're playing core versus core, and you have that Reina and Killjoy on your side, it does allow you to have that advantage since turret. It's very strong in the pistol round. It takes a while to break something with light armor, and the turret is very pesky there. So Sirius having the right idea to smoke it out at the very least. But at Reina, if Ghost does get the kill there, or on conversely, if the CSB side does get that kill right, then it will just be one of these two players looking to rampage. But here we go again. Nanoswarms are going to get popped so strong on the send, blocking the passageway to the speedway, and Quinn on the inside, surprising one already. Camille will go down. Quinn gets to before everything else goes in the meantime with the kill off the sinks. The question is, can he go raid boss here for the side of Spage, as Quinn only has 10 HP. There's the catch though on the Sirius. 4v2. Shock Dart is there, and Lost Boy just flexing it over, but Ghost, oh no, he broke the bar, and now he will get broken down by Yuno to give CSB the first round of the second half.
Oh man, a clean defense there. And Quinn using that smoke to get himself the nice 2 early frags there. Pretty huge for that pistol round. And now that is going to cement an even bigger lead for the team from CSB in this first game. Now, for those who are just tuning in, this is a best of 3. So even if one of these teams does lose, there is a chance for them to extend it, into a third game. But I'm sure, especially this team from Division B, Romance and Gaming, are looking to end this one as early as possible to secure themselves that slot in Division A. I mean, even putting yourself, for example, on the perspective of the Spades, can't feel good, losing on this map early on in the round, especially considering the OT that they just had yesterday.
Yeah, chip on the shoulder here for the Spades, because they had that lead yesterday. They were just 1 round away from making it already to season number 3, but they have to go at it again. And even though this is their map pick, right, you gotta say for Romance Gaming, they're just full on point in form and set up to really mow down the Spades. And just like that, it's a green day, sunny. The grass has been growing. Time to bring out the lawnmower. And immediately, as soon as that happens, the blades, the gunfire from Manson Gaming has cleaned up the yard and finished up that round. What a quick one there.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's just, all right, go next. Just in 5 seconds, it's over. And now we move on to the next round. It's 10-4 on the score. And just like that, 3 rounds away and bringing themselves 1 step closer to securing that Division A slot. We look at the buys. And of course, the rifles are going to come through from the Spades. We see the Vandals here. 1 Phantom going over to TG. Meanwhile, of course, it's a bonus round, so the Spectres and a Marshal here actually on Quinn as well.
Yeah, and a bit of a pause right now just to reset a few things. This is going to be a chance round for the Spades, so to turn it around, they will have the rifles into play, but CSB, since they mostly stay alive in that last round, 4 Spectres plus that Marshal, and never count out Quinn whatsoever with a gun like that. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get a headshot or 2 just in case, and then whip out the blades. He's 2 away from that ultimate. Same case for Ghost. The question is right now, what's the plan for the Spades? Will they give the orb to Ghost and then let him get that first kill to pop that Empress and just hard carry their way to victory? What else can they do with their composition? A bit of lurk from TG might really help on out right now, but the fact of the matter is, Romance and Gaming, they're just prepared for any kind of push into certain angles, especially where Sinks really steps up and steps on.
Yeah, and I'm seeing too, apparently this was a tactical pause called by CSB. So even with them on the winning side, they actually want to take that tactical pause to maybe regain some composure and see how they'll secure, these next 3 rounds. Could be a good sign of or rather composure and maybe maturity as well from CSB, not underestimating, this team, and also not wanting to give up, any rounds over to the Spades. But like we keep mentioning, the Spades definitely, they want to secure this first game and kind of get rid of that, the bad vibes from the game yesterday, which they, like you said, were on the brink of winning, barely just made it through. Now they are here to face up against CSB, who had an intense best of 3 as well yesterday, also hitting overtime in 2 out of their 3 games. Both of these teams just very hungry to secure their slot.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game. It really feels like the Spades have another reason to really pick Ascent besides the fact that they're comfy on it, but they just need redemption for themselves. They just need to absolve themselves of the sins of yesterday. But sometimes sins, they're a little too hard to wash away. A dip in a river, that won't be enough and they need to get the rounds instead. 6 rounds the gap, and CSB is proving why they have been a powerhouse in the lower bracket for good reason. Here we go though with the Lear already. Sirius gonna be breaking it down. Six in the meantime, prepared on the other side. He's trying to go further ahead, and he's the one with the Marshall instead, but he will have to back on away. It's all about the fortifications though in the middle. The Spades, they might walk into the traps of the Killjoy. They break down the turret. The alarm bot will say hello. Nanoswarms right now, gonna get busted. One into the market though, gonna get popped to slow down the approach. But besides that, it's now Spades ready to take care of these sites.
Yeah, they're definitely claiming the territory now as they slowly move on to B. PG gets one onto Sinks there, and Quinn gonna be forced back here on spawn with the rest of his team. That's one kill though, going out to Agi from backside before he's taken out by Ziranir. And now it is going to be a 4v2. Yuno falls as well. The TG there on the Phantom. The spike has been planted. Lost Boy gonna fall as well. Quinn though, picking up one, gets hit by the shock dart. Gonna take a bit of damage there. Maybe put down a couple of smokes, see if he can clutch out a bit more, maybe get a couple of frags here. Maybe pick up a rifle as well and just save that one.
Yeah, CSB, they're trying to decide, is it time for the exit? Is it time to find that rifle? But the Spades have had a better plan. They're watching out for those corpses and make sure Quinn isn't going to be coming close without a fight. And Sirius there, wanting the dual jet. Give me the 1v1, give me the flex so I can actually beat the other side. And the Spades, they needed that round and they got it there.
Yeah, definitely a breath of fresh air right now for the team as they look to even things out. It's still a pretty uphill battle for them as they are 5 rounds down here against CSB. But they do have the rifles going for them. Only Kumaleo who will be running a Spectre here, but everyone else has those rifles. The same can be said though for CSB. It's just Quinn, I think, who won't be able to bring out a rifle for this round. But we see Sinks setting up. Let's see what kind of attack approach our team here in the Spades will be going for.
And the Spades, I like the fact that they do have that Brimstone, so they can go very quickly onto a site. They're not going to be having too much though into the post plant, so they'll have to look for the kills already early on and make sure that they can get the punish using that Cypher. Beauty of the Cypher, tripwires work from anywhere. There is no that effective rage compared to the Killjoy, and the Quinn now has to back on away. He has a Bladestorm in hand, but TG with the first kill, making it 5v4. And exactly as I said, the Spades, they need to find the fix before they put that spike down, as it will only help them out in the long run.
Yeah, we see them trying to contest that mid area, but now that's going to be Sinks falling down. Oh, wow, just everyone falling down pretty much even before the spike is planted. Great job here from the Spades to secure a couple of picks close to the mid area before they go for this retake. And now, only 2 members left here from CSB Ghost, finding Agi as well. It's only Lost Boy now.
Yeah, Lost Boy, will you be found? Lost Boy, are you gonna go to Neverland? Or is it just gonna be this Sova finding those kills and finding the clutch? That spike, though, is ticking on away. Wouldn't be surprised to see Romance and Gaming just decide to go for the save instead and keep a rifle in so for the next one. Overall, though, the Spades, this is basically what they need to do round per round. Find the kills beforehand, make sure that the site is cleared, and then they can play a bit of a post with that Sova, with that Brimstone, because they're not going to be having too many smokes to use anymore. The Recon Vault is going to be a bit on cooldown as well, and okay, the Spades, they didn't need to die like that. Chameleon Sirius, a little too close to the sun, or in this case, the black hole that is the implosion of the spike. And unfortunately for them, they're gonna have to buy a few more guns to, to just keep the arsenal online. Kind of unfortunate because that's been their problem so far this game, Nausicaa. They've had struggles in getting the guns, and when they finally get a bit of a streak going on, you don't really need to die like that, and you don't need to be wasting creds into the next one.
Yeah, losing 2 members, definitely a questionable thing there, especially since there was only 1 member left. I don't know if that's pressure getting to them thinking that there could have been a clutch at that point. But anyway, the damage has been done. They did lose a bit of money from that. Let's see what approach they will take as damage has been done. We see a bit of peeking here. Sinks turret goes down. He got the Sheriff, but can't find the pick there. Seriously, he's going to find that one. Now the smoke comes through. It's just the jet, though. They might be thinking this is a big rush, but actually most of the members are moving into mid now.
Scanning around, looking for a few picks. And the thing is, for CSB, they just want to make sure they can get a few kills on the other side and try to make things happen. But goes for the kill already onto Lost Boy there. Peeks over to the defense spawn. Sees Nova, but apparently there will be 2 already for the board for Romance Gaming to add things up. 3v3 now. We got Yuno here with the Sheriff in hand. Spades, trying to make a miracle happen. They're trying to go for that push onto B site, but the judge is waiting on the other side. They decide to rotate instead, and maybe A will be a better choice. Now, they'll have to deal with Arena if ever, and you can already see Fear for the side of Romance and Gaming. They're setting up onto the garden. They're waiting for another tea party to come.
30
And
seconds
it
left.
has to be Adge here, prepared for the fight, prepared to go for those kills. And how will he do it? He has a Vandal in hand, but the Cyber Cage will get in the way.
Flash comes through. Actually does have a rifle, but he decides not to commit into this push, partially because the Cyber Cage was there. Couple of seconds left. Now Agi, what's he gonna do here? Will he actually make the peek before he can, though? He does find him, and now the Neural Theft is going to be used. They will spot out these two remaining members who are hanging out here up in heaven. Flash comes through. Let's see if Quinn, along
Last
with
player
his...
standing.
Oh, Yuno going to be taken out there by Ghost, and now it's a 1v3. That's Ghost going to find his third. And now 7 to 10. Slowly, the Spades are crawling their way back.
Who you gotta call? Ghost, you have to call him. He's just ghost busting right now. He's just busting down everyone right in front of him. And besides that, it will be the Spades getting another round on the board. And that's a bit of redemption for them. They made sure they were relatively clean coming into the latter half of that round. They made sure to wipe them out as soon as possible. Not only do they get the guns here again, they also have 4 ultimates online. Things are looking good here for the Spades, and I would be surprised to get a bit of poetic justice here if the Spades do go for the comeback play instead. They were the ones in the lead yesterday. They were the ones who were forced into overtime and couldn't win it out. This time though, Quinn with the win versus Sirius there. Good start here for CSB, and now the Spades, they have to decide where they want to go. And they do have the Cypher, though, watching out for A main, but no peeks from CSB as of yet. And as I say that, apparently the Silva with a journey and TG will get the punish and make it 4v4.
Yeah, TG with these punishes, and now it is a 4v4 to even things out. CSB, of course, is still in the lead, so the Spades can't be complacent just yet here. Now we see a bit of movement here towards the Cubby, looking to maybe push onto A site. But there is no information here from CSB. They don't know that this stack is happening. Might have an idea now. Know that the smoke is down. And now there is the push. Tyranneer going on to the side. Yuno to throw out the paranoia. Can he find a couple of kills? Yes, he finds one before backing off.
Yeah, CSB now with an opportunity to have that numbers advantage, and they want to go for the push onto the side, taking care of Ghost immediately. Drop down now from Quinn. Surprise, surprise! There's the jet right in front of you, and Quinn is looking absolutely quintessential indeed. So important to the Romance and Gaming roster, getting that quad and allowing now the 7-11 score line to be convenient as can be for CSB.
Oh man, what a series of kills there from Quinn on this jet. We know the casters from Division B, they've mentioned it time and time again how consistent this player has been, you know, overall across the Division B players, and especially for CSB. Definitely a central player, pivotal for the team's success. And now they're only a couple of rounds away before securing our first game here in this best of 3. Now, what does the Spades have left here in the fuel before this match ends?
Yeah, we'll see, because they are running out of their tricks, out of their cards, and they still have to show their hand a little more so compared to their opponent. It's 7-11, one more round, and that's going to be CSB securing the regulation, basically. If they do lose the rest, we are going to be going into overtime. Besides that, they're 2 away from the win itself. Now, Riga Ball going to get thrown into the main area. Ghosto going to get spotted, but he doesn't care because he just went for the peek anyway. He doesn't get shot. He is now on the other side. The reload going to get hurt there by the chat, and Quinn, he has just been absolutely on point. He don't quit whatsoever. He still wants to go for the fight, you know, in the meantime with a dark cover. The thing is, will Jet be able to get the kill? Yes, he does. 1 already here for Quinn. Lost Boy also helping on that. 2 now for Quinn. He's looking for another one. There we go, though, with the auto strike. Agi in the meantime with a refrag on the Camilio. And who's left here? It's the Sova. Quinn, he's taking a bit of a break. He says, how about you guys go for this takedown instead? Zirner watching out for opportunity. There we go. Jump peek. Spotting out to the Sova. And Quinn, he wants to duel. Doesn't get it. Agi now next on the board. Sova has to back on away. And it's just challenge after challenge here, Nausicaa.
30
Yeah,
seconds
he has the
left.
Hunter's Fury, but honestly, at this point, he's probably just going to have to find a way to clutch it out. You see him just hovering back and forth between mid and B main, but with 3 members, you know, they know that he's there. It's just a tough position for him to be in. There's not much time either. And looks like it is going to be the round 12.
Left.
to secure this. Agi just put the nail in the coffin. Question is are they going to put the nail in the coffin? Romanson Gaming
Match
one
point.
round away from winning this game.
Yeah, the nail is probably there already. That coffin is ready to be lowered into the ground. But the question is, will it be a miracle here for the Spades to come on back and bring it back to a 12-12 scoreline? Or will they get that first funeral right on? And will they lose out on Ascent? The question is, though, how else can they play things out? They still have ultimates on the board. They still have that firepower within them anyway. They just need to find the footing. They just need to win the things out. And they need to take advantage of some of the lapses of judgment from Romance and Gaming, because a while ago, instead of going for the double peak, it was tag team action between Agi as well as Quinn. Then they realized, come on, we play as a team. Let's go for the double peak and let's secure that kill. And that was the death sentence to Ziriner. If the Spades can go for those opportunities and win out the fights, that will be essential. Up this Fury though to start things off. Agi right now gonna get spotted, and that Empress will just demolish immediately. Beautiful kill there from the Sova. Thing is, CSB might think twice about going for the contest. They will let the Spades though set up on site. They are on the high ground right now. Gun given here to Sirius, but the shock darts are flying on into the kill, and Lost Boy will come with it up and bring in the power. It's 2 in a row for the Sova. Here we go with the Blaze, and Quinn can get a third. It's all about the ultimates right now here for the side of Romance and Gaming. And it's only one left here for the Spades. Camellia trying to camouflage, but the 3 will not protect him. And Yuno will get that final kill. Let them set up, let them eat cake, and let them play on a side. We are prepared, and we are Romance and Gaming. What an end to that game.
Oh, what an end indeed. What a way to end that first match between this best of 3 series, MGS Spades and Romance and Gaming. It does seem like they're carrying over the momentum from the games they had yesterday. Not just their games, but really the general momentum that Division B teams have really created for themselves ever since the matches yesterday. So great job from them. Quite a dominant series, I would say. You know, Spades, they were still showing signs of life in certain rounds. You know, they had some highlight moments, but really Romance and Gaming just seemed calm and composed throughout the match. And you know, you have to give it to members like Quinn, who really just kind of popped off as well during that game. So there's a lot for the Spades to work on here. They're 1 loss away from being relegated, and Romanson, you know, from their perspective, are 1 win away from securing their Division A slot.
And you know, that's the beauty of that Division A, Division B system. Sure, there are teams who are going to underperform and then get dropped down. But then you have these teams that really deserve to face off against some of the best, and they have worked hard. And you can see from yesterday, you can see from today, that Division B is absolutely no joke. Romance and Gaming, though, that was so smart from Lost Boy, because I did not see him do that at all game. He didn't go for the default lineups, and then he's saying like, you guys want to end this? You want to end this one? Let me show you what I can actually do. So he lets it rip, and the Spades did not expect that the Sova actually knew how to do that. I love the mind games there from Romance and Gaming. And not only do they win that round, they win the map that the Spades have chosen. So thank you very much, says CSB. The Spades, though, if they want to get the redemption, it's not going to be in the high heavens on Ascent. We'll see if they can do it on Bind as we get into the next map in just a bit. But guys and gals, we'll be taking a bit of a break. This is the University Alliance Cup presented by AcadArena, and we will return for game number 2 in just a little bit of time.